What in the world is a mode in music? So some of you might have remembered my last video about the major scale, specifically the one going from C to C, the easiest one to play. Now let's imagine we start from the sixth note of the scale and went all the way up to this sixth note of the scale, going through all the white keys. It would sound like this. Sounds pretty cool, right? Well, that's the natural minor scale. And this is a perfect example of a mode. As you can see in this visual, every note of the C major scale can create its own scale. So a Dorian scale starts on D, going all the way notes to this D, sounding like this. This determined mood makes this scale very common in film scores. So now the Phrygian starts on E, which is a third note of scale. So this is what the Phrygian scale sounds like. Now for those of you who watched my video on solfege, you may remember how I described the major scale as being a scale from do to do, going do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And the minor scale being from la to la, going la, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la. So you can do that with any of these modes. So let's try it out for the next mode, which is Lydian, which is a scale from fa to fa. Fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi, fa. Now the next scale is the Mixolydian scale, which goes from G to G, which is actually one of my favorites. I don't know why. And it's commonly used in rock music because the open strings favor a Mixolydian song. This is what it sounds like. It's exactly like the major scale, except the seventh is flat. So we already covered the minor, so now it's time to go to the last mode, which is Lydian. Now you may wonder what makes some of these scales more bright or dark, and a lot of it is because of its major tone. If you take the first, third, and fifth key of the Mixolydian scale, you get a major chord. But if you take the first, third, and fifth keys of the Phrygian scale, you get a minor chord, which makes it sound more minor. The interesting thing about the Locrian scale is that its main chord is a diminished chord, which makes it sound really whack. This is what it sounds like. Because of this whack nature, the Lydian scale isn't used often, as it sounds too dark for most songs. So those are the modes of the major scale. I think David Bennett said it best when he's described each scale as being from dark to bright. I might want to make more videos going more in depth into each of these scales, so let me know if you want me to by liking and subscribing. Thank you for watching.